can disagree that the city of New York will ever be the same again before the crisis. And we can never expect that we'll be receiving over 25% of our income stream from the financial district. And if we've learned anything from what's happened in the last year, it's that in order to survive as a city, we must diversify our tax base. We need to focus on new industries, such as affordable housing. We need to work on we need to work on green industries, high tech. We need to work on biotech. And one of the key things that has prevented this, strangely enough, is our own Department of City Planning. City planning, which seems hell-bent on changing all our manufacturing zones to luxury residential housing all over the city. You see high-rise after high-rise after high-rise, mostly empty. We need affordable housing, but mostly we need to protect our manufacturing zones so that we can build those new high-tech, green tech, and biotech industries of the future. And also focus on our port, our harbor, and associated industries related to that that can create tens and tens of thousands of jobs, as Jerry Nadler has told us so often. We need to think outside of the box, and we need to think creatively. And that's what I've been doing for the last 30-some-odd years, thinking outside of the box and creatively. And I have a track record of accomplishments that have affected thousands and thousands of people's lives in areas like affordable housing, disability, economic development, the environment, seniors, LGBT issues. 107 units of senior assisted living housing. 60,000 meals for people with HIV. Hundreds and hundreds of affordable housing units that I've created. And when I went to Chrysler Motors, I convinced them to give Brooklyn over 30 cars, non-polluting electric vehicles that went to our not-for-profits in Parks and Rec. They saw how great the publicity was. They gave another 300 around the city. Underpinning everything that I've done from the time I was a kid, working with Fannie Lou Hamer to this very moment, I've been sustained by a core set of values. And those values are equal access to health care, good schools in every community, the right to earn a decent wage and live in decent homes, and love and marry anyone we wish, and to build a society that cherishes diversity and dissent and serves the underserved. And those are the kinds of values that I will bring to the City Council, working with other progressives and reformers to build a sustainable city. And speaking of reform, something extraordinary happened that I have to tell you, and that is that my friend Alan Fleischman 2 weeks ago said in a newspaper article that both he and Joanne Simon support Vito Lopez 80% of the time. It's a public record. He also said that they oppose him 20% of the time, and that upsets everybody. Vito Lopez, in case you don't know, is one of the most corrosive bosses we have seen in Brooklyn. And so to support Vito Lopez 80% of the time and still want to be called a reformer, it's hard for me to understand how you can have it both ways. We need a real reformer in City Hall, and I believe I am that person. So that leads to another question. Am I viable? Others have questioned that in the past. Remember 3 years ago, many of you do. Yes, Marty. We've become friends since. So, 3 years ago, I ran for the state senate and got 47% of the vote. I also got 62% of the vote in the area of Brooklyn in the 32nd that is in the 25th among brownstone voters. So I can win. I can truly win. Lastly, I want to talk about the obvious. I'm the LGBT candidate. And if you know that Bob and I are the only ones running in Brooklyn, you know also that never in the history of Brooklyn has anybody from our borough won an elected office in any legislative body in the state of New York. And so if I win, not only does the progressive and the reformer win, but it creates an incredible symbol and gives impetus to everything we're trying to accomplish around the state to get our rights back. And so, I'm the reformer, I'm the progressive, I'm the LGBT candidate. And with your help,